everybody, Liz here from The Ride Life, popping in to talk to you about getting back to riding after you've had a baby. So there's a couple different things that I like to have people do, or they're basically exercise checks. So whenever you have a baby, obviously you know that you lose a lot of your core strength and you lose some pelvic floor strength. You also lose a little bit of your butt strength. And that's because the way you've been standing, your posture, and also since you've lost your core strength and your pelvic floor strength, the next thing that ties into that is your glutes or your butt muscles. So before you get back to really going after a ride, there's 3 exercises that I think that you should be able to perform and feel good about before you actually get back on the trail. One of them is just a knee plank. So where you're planked out and you're either on your hands or on your elbows and your knees are down supporting you. You don't have to be full foot plank. The reason why this one's important is because it shows your core strength, it shows your pelvic floor strength, and your ability to hold it for a certain period of time. When we are going downhill on our mountain bike, we want to make sure that we have the ability to control our trunk and to control our pelvic floor. The plank is a great position to test that before you actually get on the trail and realize, oh wait, I shouldn't be here. Try it first. Make sure you can do at least like 3 rounds or 3 different reps, at least holding for 15 seconds. You should feel controlled. You should not feel back pain, and you should not have any incontinence or bladder leaking issues. The second exercise that I think that people should be able to perform is a deadlift. So deadlifts, basically, your knees are going to be slightly bent. You shift your butt back, keep your back nice and straight, and you should be able to hold this position. If this position doesn't feel okay to you, if it doesn't feel like you're able to control yourself, then that's the same thing. You need to be able to do that for your riding downhill and for riding uphill. It's a trunk control. It's a glute activation, hamstring activation exercise. It sees whether all these things and all these motor functions are tying together properly. If they're not, then you need to be able to seek help. The third exercise is just a bridge, or AKA a butt lift. So you'll lie on your back, you'll put your feet on the ground, and you'll just lift your butt up in the air. You should be able to use your glutes with that. You shouldn't have any hamstring cramps, and your core should feel like it's engaged. You shouldn't feel like you're weighting one side compared to the other. This is a good movement to see and check for your butt activation for that movement, and to make sure that you're tying in your core enough for your butt to pull from your pelvis. Same thing, protects your back, activates your core, lets you know whether your pelvic floor is working or not. Just as I talked about in the first one, you want to make sure that you don't have any leaking issues, and that you want to make sure that you're nice and controlled. With the bridge, make sure that you can do it with your feet straight and with your feet out a little bit. With your feet out a little bit and your knees out a little bit, it should activate your glutes better. But if you're having any specific pelvic floor issues, then it's going to be harder for you. So make sure that you can do it both feet hip width apart and feet out a little bit. Your corresponding knees will be out as well. I hope this makes sense, and I hope this gives you a little bit of a way to help know if you're ready to go back to biking, or if you need to seek help or care for anybody else, or just work on some different exercises at home. Hope that you're doing well, and I hope you get back on your bike. Cheers, everybody.